Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with some breaking news as a stretch of 12th Avenue North in Fargo is closed because of a crash. Our crew on scene says that there's a motorcycle that is on its side and what may be a body in the middle of the road. The road closure extends from 41st Street to 43rd Street North and will likely be several hours before the crash is cleaned up. That's all the details we have. You're looking at a live shot now from the scene. Police are asking you to avoid that area until their investigation is wrapped up. Another person has died in Cass County from the coronavirus. The latest was an 80-year-old woman who had underlying health conditions. Yesterday, we reported the death of a Cass County man under the age of 40 who also had underlying conditions. Overall, the state has now had 15 people who have died from COVID-19. There are now 709 cases in the state. That's up 32 from yesterday. 18 people remain in the hospital. Unemployed North Dakotans have been turning to the state of North Dakota for financial help during the pandemic. Governor Doug Burgum reported today that since March 16th, North Dakota has paid out more money in unemployment benefits than the past 2 years combined. He also reported that the U.S. Treasury has approved the use of federal dollars through the CARES Act to help offset the increased demand.
Well, we want to make sure that Governor Burgum and the state of North Dakota and our leadership here, and we have great leadership in North Dakota, that they can use it in a way that makes sense for North Dakota. And that's what this was all about today, talking about how we're now able to use it for the unemployment insurance fund.
The state has received $1.25 billion from the CARES Act and will be up to the state leaders how that money is spent, including unemployment. The death toll from COVID-19 in Minnesota is now at 200. A total of 2,942 people have now been tested positive. The recovery rate is also going up, 1,536 people no longer needing isolation. Some big news from Governor Tim Walz today, who said schools in Minnesota will remain closed for the rest of this academic year. Distance learning that was supposed to go until May 4th is being extended through the end of the school year. About 900,000 students were sent home in mid-March when the governor issued his stay-at-home order. The governor also announced today that around 100,000 people could potentially return to work next Monday, April 27th. The jobs are in industrial, manufacturing, and office settings. Look for more on this story tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. Working from home is getting a lot better, especially when the weather is as nice as it was earlier today. I'm guessing people, maybe even some meteorologists, stepped away from their computer to take some time to enjoy what Mother Nature was offering here in the valley. And Hutch joins us now from his home and has a first look at tonight's weather planner. And that was quite the downpour that passed through within the last hour, Hutch.
I have to admit, as a meteorologist, a little bit exciting to see those first thunder showers of the season for many of us here. We captured it on time lapse as it made its way into the FM area from the north and west. Brief heavy showers, some smallish size hail reported in north parts of town as this system worked through. We have more on the way as well, but Grand Forks, a new look at our camera from our neighbors at the home of economy. Got to take a look at these showers and the darkening skies and a dump from the clouds in the northern valley as well. Here's a look at what it looks like on radar. We have some strong thunder showers crossing the I-94 corridor into southern Cass County right now, heading in towards the Leonard and Kindred areas. And in south of Grand Forks, we're seeing just a few showers, the lightning from those tapering off considerably. Down near Breckenridge, just to your south, another shower festering up on the radar. So your planner this evening, temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s for all of us. Hit and miss brief heavy downpours from these thunderstorms, and temperatures a little later dipping down into the 40s. Details on your Friday forecast, and we'll talk about how long these 60s look to be around.
Rain should help everything green up. Thanks, Hutch. A Barnes County man is recovering after being rescued from a septic tank near Wimbledon, North Dakota. Firefighters say he was trapped up to his thighs for more than an hour yesterday when the ground gave way and the tank collapsed while workers were trying to empty it. No word on the man's condition. Mass drive-through testing for COVID-19 wrapped up at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks. So far, over 700 people have been tested. The testing opened up to the public late this afternoon. However, it was originally only for employees of LM Wind Power. or those close to them, as well as almost 400 employees from Grand Forks' Simplot plant. However, health officials say that may not have happened.
We got word from Simplot late last night that they were not going to reach out to their employees and let them know.
Simplot said that they apologized for the misunderstanding, say they, quote, were not able to communicate to employees as that they were in the process of closing their facility for cleaning and maintenance. Simplot also added that they are temporarily closed in an effort to slow the spread of COVID-19, and they say that they have yet to have any of their employees test positive. We have new details for you tonight on the two people arrested for aiding an offender in the murder of 19-year-old Destiny Avery. Authorities say that the two knew the victim was killed and even saw blood on the face of the accused, but never told police and even lied about the situation. 26-year-old Andrea Payne and 22-year-old David Erno are in jail. Despite being behind bars for a couple of days, a mugshot for Erno is still not available. Police say that Payne was told by Ethan Broad that he killed Avery and cracked open her skull with a lead pipe. Payne says he saw blood on Broad's face. 27-year-old Ethan Broad stands charged with second-degree murder. Court documents show that he admitted to killing Avery, cutting up her body and throwing it in the trash. After 2 days of searching, her remains were found yesterday in the Clay County landfill. You can read more disturbing details on how all three were involved in the murder and cover-up on VNL News app. Fargo police want help identifying this guy. He's believed to be the person involved in the vandalism of the controversial Greta Thunberg mural downtown. Police say it happened April 3rd around 10 p.m. at the Front Street Tap Room, 614 Main Avenue. If you have any information regarding this man's identity and his whereabouts, contact Fargo Police. You can get another look at these images on valleynewslive.com. It doesn't look like the COVID-19 crisis has done too much to stop thieves in Fargo. Police say burglaries and car thefts were up in the last 30 days, and there's something everyone can do to help prevent the crimes. Officers say it could be as simple as locking your doors. Minnesota summer resorts will be allowed to open this season. Communal amenities are not allowed to be used except retail food stores, laundry facilities, and fish cleaning stations and docks, as long as they operate with sanitary and social distancing practices in place. Hospitality Minnesota says most resorts were waiting on yesterday's recommendation from the governor to decide whether or not to open this summer. If the governor's stay-at-home order stays in place into the summer months, the order discourages unnecessary travel and asks people to remain closed to their homes. The governor, Tim Walz, says resorts do not have to open if they are not comfortable with it. The governor and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan are calling on Minnesotans to get creative by making cloth masks and helping out our congregate care facilities. You can drop off a homemade mask at your local fire department from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday. Firefighters will then donate them to local veterans' homes, shelters, and nursing homes. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what's the interest rate on your home loan? Why now may be the time to check into a possible refinance.
But next, we have clouds and showers and a few rumbles of thunder. Some of these thunder showers with small hail passing through the valley. What does your Friday forecast look like? I'll have those answers coming up right after this.